Hey there everybody, Chris from Orlando here, and today we're talking all about pets because Valentine's Day is coming up and let's be honest, I'm probably spending it alone. But at least you can relate, right? Anyway, Disney has some of the coolest cats and the goodest of boys anywhere, which is why my buddy Teacup for one is putting them head to head. Well, I'm throwing my 2 cents in the ring. Mostly because I love dogs, but also because Matt said to me he's trying to orchestrate a cat win, and if he denies it, I have the receipts! Viva Los Doggos! And before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more awesome Disney videos. Alright, let's lay down the rules before we begin. First, I need a unique choice for all the different prompts. I can't repeat any choice, otherwise all 10 choices would just be Stitch. Second, the choices must be from an animated Disney film or short. So sorry, old yeller, we need to take you out behind the barn again. Finally, no matter how much you love cats or dogs, there needs to be at least 1 cat and 1 dog on the list. Can't have all 10 one way or the other. Cool? Cool. Let's get into it. First prompt. The best personality. The one where they walk into a room and instantly grab everyone's attention. If they were a D&D character, their charisma stat would be maxed out. My choice for this is a young Chris favorite, Dodger from Oliver & Company. When you're voiced by Billy Joel, you just ooze charisma, and he looks snazzy in shades. He says it himself, they love him at the Chelsea, they adore him at the Ritz. I mean, he manages to get every dog in a 5-mile radius to stop and look at him just by strutting down the street. Next we have the one with the best song. Now, I had to think long and hard about this, but then I asked Matt a very important question. For the purposes of this survey, does Goofy count as a dog? He said yes. So it's with that in mind that another dog like Goofy gets the nod here. Because I got myself a notion, one I know that you'll understand, to set the world in motion by reaching out for each other's hand. That's right, it's Eye to Eye from a Goofy movie, sung by your boy Powerline. Yes, I'm still waiting for that album to drop 26 years later. Any 90s kids worth their salt knows and love this song, or stand out, both are valid. It's amazing that with only 3 minutes of screen time, Powerline managed to create such an iconic set piece that sticks in the mind of my generation to this day. Next up, we have Best Design. This one will go to the cat or dog who has the most brilliant style to them and the best animation to bring them to life. And you know what? I have to agree with Matt on this one because it has to be the Cheshire Cat. It's super well done, especially for something that was made back in the 50s. Just the way he appears, disappears, rearranges himself, it easily makes him stand out even among the most wackiest of characters of Wonderland. Now that I think about it, what is Cheshire? Hang on. Oh, it's a county in England. Odd. What is it about the people here that make Lewis Carroll think about over-the-top characters and big grins? Oh, Tim frickin' Curry was born here! That actually explains a lot. Next category, favorite voice performance. Lots of good choices here, but only one can be King. Look, it's James Earl Jones as Mufasa, because of course it is. You simply cannot top his mighty voice. I'm certainly not going to try to imitate it again. But it's not just his sweet, sweet baritone that gets him his spot. Okay, it's not entirely the baritone, but it's how well he makes use of his limited screen time. I'm just going to point at the scene after he rescues Simba and Nala from the hyenas. In the process of that scene, he conveys anger, fear, humor, kindness, and understanding. It really conveys just how much Mufasa and Simba love each other. And it's for that reason why our hearts are utterly ripped out when he's murdered in cold blood later on. Prompt 5. You're a Patronus. For those of you who don't speak nerd, your Patronus is essentially a reflection of who you are. Your personality, your past life experiences, etc. So it was with that in mind that this goes to a boy Stitch. Is he technically an alien? Yes, but he's sold as a dog, which I think legally makes him a dog. Stitch holds a special place in my heart, and also my nose, I guess, because Stitch's Great Escape was the first attraction I worked at as a cast member. I may not have the same mischievous side to me that he does, but you find any random picture of Stitch and I can relate to it on some level. This is me whenever CDS gives me my least favorite position. This is me dying inside on a daily basis. This is me when I decide to expose Teacup for one as the election rigging crook that they are, etc, etc. Next up, most quotable. This is another one I agree with Matt on because, well, I guess millennials just love sarcasm. It's Scar from Lion King. Matt mostly just stuck with, I'm surrounded by idiots, which I still really want on a mask, by the way. But the guy also has, oh, I should practice my curtsy. Stick with me, and you'll never go hungry again! You won't get a sniff without me! Man, I can see why Jeremy Irons blew out his voice on that one. There's also the perfect reaction whenever anyone brings up Small World. No, anything but that. And then, of course, the infamous line before he murdered Mufasa in cold blood, long live the king. And now the audience has trauma. Prompt 7, most underrated. This was one I had to think about for a while because when I walk around the parks, most cats and dogs are represented in some way, so it seems like they're all pretty well valued. But then, I thought of the perfect answer. Copper from Fox and the Hound. I mean, look at him, he's so cute! With that wrinkly face and those big old ears. And the way he just says, I'm a hound dog, oh!
I'm 28 years old, what am I doing?
Note, this award will only go to young Copper because adult Copper was mean and turned on his best friend at the drop of a hat. Or a drop of a chief, I guess. Prompt 8, the funniest. Now, if you know me, you'll know I like to be funny. Or you might say you're surprised by that if you're hurtful. But the funniest pet has to go to one of the funniest movies, Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove. She's not a cat for long, but man does she put in the laughs per minute. From the initial reveal to the realization of our voice, to the slapstick, to the cute way she says, anyway, God, more people need to get on board with Emperor's New Groove. Go watch it, people. Next up, Park Pals. The cat or dog you love meeting most at the Disney parks or would love to see at the Disney parks. Ah, finally, my area of expertise. After all, many rare and interesting characters have met at the parks over the years, and I could choose any of them. But I'm going to be basic and pick Goofy. I always love meeting Goofy, and if I have to go see only one character at a Disney park, it has to be my boy Goof. Not only was he the first I knows you I ever got, subscribe if you don't know, I'll explain in a later video. But I remember when me and a couple of friends, including Danica Rutland, went to Disneyland. We were talking with Goofy and I offhandedly mentioned the perfect cast, and he did it for us! 10 out of 10 there, Goof. Finally, we come to the last category, perfect pet. The one you will most want to take home as your goodest of boys. And yes, I will be picking a dog for this one. I want a dog who's smart, fun-loving, cunning, clever. Does that mean the same thing? Friendly and protective. Luckily, I stole most of those adjectives from the Disney Wiki page for Tramp. Tramp may have been reluctant to be a house dog at first, but he's shown throughout the movie why he makes the perfect companion, being loyal to the people he cares about and always up for adventure. We even see before he's willing to be a house dog that he could be very protective of his human when he defends Jim Jr. from the rat. Good boy, Tramp. Good boy. And that's my list, with a final score of dogs 6, cats 4, which I must admit was a bit closer than I expected when I was first putting this together. But I guess that's what happens when one of your 2 degrees isn't stacking the deck, Matthew. But if you want to get in on this yourself, you can post on Facebook using the hashtag T4OMVP anytime throughout the month of February. But let me know if you agree with my list down in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and share this video to spread the word. And while you're down there, hit that subscribe button. And also, while I may have dunked on him throughout the video, you should go check out Teacup for one as well. He's great. And this whole thing came about because of a troll comment. and I can respect that. I'm Chris from Orlando, and the best Disney pet is actually Pua from Moana. Take care, y'all. One love. Don't hurt nobody.